What's happening, kids? We are back with another message and worship mini Rancho Kids show. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. Miss Carrie is back to intro the worship, and the message is going to be great. And also, I just want to remind you guys again, if you're here like, where's the games? Where's the challenges? Go ahead and check out our YouTube page, Rancho Kids Zone. That's what it is, Rancho Kids Zone. Check it out. We've got stuff on there you need to see. It's games, it's competitions. In fact, all the old games we did in the old Rancho Kids shows, we're starting to compile all those. So if you want to go back and just play the game by itself, we'll have that. We'll have past challenges. This week I went to the beach with my kids and filmed it, had some crazy fun in Laguna. Go ahead and check that out. And I'm just telling you, there's a lot of good stuff. But for now, it is time for worship with Miss Carrie, so let's go.
Hey, you guys, I'm back. So thrilled. This is crazy. This is like the first time in, a year and a half? Since I did not intro the worship last week.
How do you think Jax did?
Jackson did a fantastic job. He really did. He nailed the names of the songs. It felt like his enthusiasm, could have been up a little bit. But that's okay. That was his first time, and he did great. But we don't need him anymore, Ryan. I'm back.
Okay, that's cool.
So I've got this sign. Live free. Did you know that free is one of my very favorite words in the whole wide world? It is. And that is because of what I've learned really about who Jesus is and what he's done for us and all the things he says. Did you know that if Jesus said it, there's freedom behind it? That's what he wants for us. He wants us to be free. He wants us to live free. And so when he says, don't be afraid, I've got you. You can trust me. We can know that he says these things so that we can live free. You guys, for VBS, we had one more song that we haven't done yet on the Rancho Kids Show. It is called Fear No More. And we sing this out as a declaration. I will fear no more, not because we will never fear, but because we know that we will sometimes. And when we do, we want to remember that God says we don't have to. We have a choice to trust him so that we can live free, my friend. You see what I did there? Do you see how I am just
impressive.
Like the worship cue up queen?
You trained a lot during your off time, and you came back better than ever.
All right, you ready? I don't know where DeVito is, but we're going to roll it.
Wishing I could see the finish line, where it ends, where it lands. Guess I lost my vision when the pain set in. Can I believe when I don't see? Can I really let it be out of my hands? When it's out of my hands, this isn't what I choose, but it's where I'm finding you. But I'm broken and undone. Your mercy's just begun. You overcome my doubt. Your hands are reaching out. You hold me through the storm, and I will fear no more. And I will fear no more. I will fear no more. I can't look into the future, but I know where you have been. Before me, after, and always within. Can I believe when I don't see? Can I really let it be out of my hands? 'Cause it's out of my hands. Oh, this isn't what I choose, but it's where I'm finding you. But I'm broken and undone. Your mercy's just begun. You overcome my doubt. Your hands are reaching out. You hold me through the storm, and I will fear no more. And I will fear no more.
tell which one is me?
Oh my goodness, I lost you there for a second.
I often get mistaken for, an emoji smiley face. I can see how that can be confusing for people. But you guys, this is the perfect intro prop because we've got a song called Joy, and I just have to break it out because I'm back. I had a stuffy nose. I'm all about sharing typically, but when it comes to germs, not so much. Because, I care. Because I care.
So in that case, sharing is not caring?
Sharing is not caring when it comes to germs, friends. But we're back, and we are going to do our joy song because we just can't help ourselves, right? All right.
Love it. Hey, look, there's Alex, the guy that beat you at that game.
Oh,
Remember that? Wait, does that ruin the joy moment?
About happy things. Right.
Sorry, my fault. All right, cue the joy song.
I might be halfway through this valley, and my eyes just can't see a quick way out. And it might seem life's got it out for me, like I'm in way too deep, but I have found every single circumstance I can place in greater hands. I won't let my trouble bring me down. I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna take it everywhere I go. Not gonna worry about what I don't know. I'll be alright as long as I've got joy here in my heart, waving like a torch, fighting off the dark. In the jet black night, I'm gonna see the stars. I'll be alright as long as I've got joy. So I'll just cast my cares, won't sink into despair. I won't find answers there, only doubts. Every single circumstance I can place in greater hands. God, I know you'll never let me down. I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna take it everywhere I go. Not gonna worry about what I don't know. I'll be alright as long as I've got joy here in my heart, waving like a torch, fighting off the dark. In the jet black night, I'm gonna see the stars. I'll be alright as long as I've got joy. It's gonna be my strength, be my truth, gonna light the way, see me through. Gonna be my hope, be my shield, gonna lift me up no matter how I feel. Gonna be my strength, be my truth, gonna light the way, see me through. Gonna be my hope, be my shield, gonna lift me up no matter how I feel. I've got joy down in my soul. I'm gonna take it everywhere I go. Not gonna worry about what I don't know. I'll be alright as long as I've got joy here in my heart, waving like a torch, fighting off the dark. In the jet black night, I'm gonna see the stars. I'll be alright as long as I've got joy. I'll be alright as long as I've got joy. I'll be alright as long as I've got joy.
Hey kids, what's happening? I am in the Thrive Room. Now, my office is right next to an auditorium, the chapel that we meet in on Sunday mornings, and it's just loud sometimes. Right now, teachers are meeting in there, they're talking about stuff, so I had to come over here to the Thrive Room. Now, really quickly, I want to tell you what the Thrive Room is. The Thrive Room is an amazing thing that we're about to be opening back up for people in our church, kids and young adults that have special needs. People that have maybe difficulty learning or just different things that make them unique. That's what the Thrive Room is. It's a place where we can care for those people and tell them about the love of Jesus. And I'm super excited that you guys get a chance to see this amazing room. What do you think? Now, it's just one of the rooms that we have in the Thrive Room. There's other rooms, but here I am, ready to share today's message with you guys. We are going to continue this series about the church. We're going to continue to talk about what the church is, and specifically today, I'm going to talk about 3 of the coolest things about being a part of the church. Because we as Christians, You know, we're called to be a part of the church. We're called to come together and gather with other believers. And as a result of that, there's some really cool things that we get to benefit from, and I want to share those with you. I actually have a list of 3 of the things that came to my mind first and foremost when it comes to what's so awesome about getting to be a part of a group of believers in Jesus. The first thing I had here is strength in numbers. Do you guys ever hear the idea of strength in numbers? Think of like a tug of war. If I told you could do a tug of war against another person, would you rather do it by yourself or have multiple people to help you be stronger, right? It's a simple, basic illustration, but the idea is we're stronger when we have people around us that are on our team, that are with us and on the same page. Now, the Bible talks about strength in numbers in a number of different ways, but one of my favorite verses about it is from Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 12, and it says this. It says, "A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but 2 people can stand back to back with one person facing that way and one person facing this way." And it says that they can stand back to back and conquer. And it says that 3 people are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. It's a simple, basic idea that you see to be true all throughout your life. Have you heard your parents say, listen, if you're gonna go to the park, I wanna make sure you have a friend with you. Like sometimes my wife will say to my son, listen, if you're gonna go ride your bike outside, I wanna make sure your brother goes with you. Or if you're gonna go down to the park, I wanna make sure you have your friend Cayman go with you. These are things that people say because you're safer with 2 people. And the same is true when it comes to being a part of a church. It's just good to have friends that share the same views as you do, friends that understand what it means to be saved by God's grace and to be invited to live a new and different way. I experienced this to be true in my life in elementary school, in middle school, in high school, in college, and I still see it to be true today as an adult. Now that's the first thing, that we have strength in numbers. The second thing I wanted to talk about was that as a part of a church, we have a safe place where we can be real. A safe place where we don't have to pretend to be somebody we're not. See, one of the most important basic verses in the Bible when it comes to the gospel, the good news about Jesus, it's from Romans, and it says this. It says, everyone has sinned, and everyone has fallen short of the glory of God. You see, as Christians, that is one of the most basic beliefs that we hold on to, is that all of us have issues. All of us are flawed. All of us have sinned. And so here we are, a group of people in a church, meeting together regularly, hanging out together, doing life together. And one thing that we know to be true about ourselves and everyone else in the room is that all of us have sinned. All of us make mistakes. Now think about how cool that is. Now, obviously, it's not cool that we sin. It's not cool that we make bad choices. But it is cool to know that we're a part of a group of people that get the idea that all of us make mistakes sometimes. So if I'm in a group of people and I understand that, listen, I'm not perfect and that they're not perfect, when they make mistakes, I can have grace for them. I can have compassion for them. I can have forgiveness for them. And when I make mistakes, I don't have to feel like I have to hide that. I hope no one saw me mess up because, I'm supposed to be perfect. You see, a church is a group of people that know that no one is perfect. And that even though we're trying to live a life that honors God, even though we're trying to live this life where we live into everything that God is inviting us to, sometimes we fall short. Sometimes we make mistakes. And it's beautiful to know that when you're a part of a church that is founded on the grace of Jesus, that we can be real about the fact that yes, sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes I make bad choices. Sometimes, listen, I'm not perfect. Oh, right? That's the beauty of a church. All of us know that we've fallen short, and therefore none of us are looking to just condemn people and judge people when they fall short, because we get it. It's part of our journey towards becoming more like Jesus. Which brings me to the third and final really cool perk to being a part of a church. Really cool bonus of getting to be a part of a church. Now here is the final one, and that is this simple idea that we are a part of a group of people that can help each other grow. And we talked last week about how one of the coolest things is how we are in process, that as Christians we're growing to be more and more and more like Jesus. And God works in our life to do that. He uses His Holy Spirit in our lives to do that. But one of the other things that God uses is other Christians, other people to help sharpen us and make us more like Jesus. There's a really basic, simple verse in Proverbs. It says, in chapter 27, it says, as iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens another friend. So one of the coolest things is that as I'm in this community, where I know that I'm around other people that make mistakes and that I make mistakes, there's all this kindness and compassion and just forgiveness in general. Now, I am able to lovingly and kindly and compassionately come alongside my friend and say, hey, I wanted to help you with something. I've noticed something. And listen, we all have issues. We all have mistakes. I'm not here to judge you or condemn you. I'm here to encourage you and to challenge you to grow in this area. Now that is something that's really, really hard to do. It is hard to have a group of people. It's hard to have people in our lives that we can trust to speak into our lives with kindness and love and compassion. Now, one thing I want to caution you against is that you shouldn't show up at church and just go around to all these random people who you aren't really close with and be like, hey, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. One of the things that you need to realize when it comes to iron sharpening iron and us helping other people grow is that that's something that usually happens in very close-knit communities. I have a handful of people in my life that I know love me and care about me, and I know that when they speak into my life, they're doing so out of a place of love, trying to help me. And so I give them full permission to speak into my life and say, hey Ryan, I wanted to talk to you about something I've noticed. I feel like you can grow in this area and that it will end up being so much better for you and your family if you do. And that is awesome. I love that. So as a church, we have this incredible blessing of strength in numbers, right? We're not alone. We have people that we can go through life with and people that can help us stay on the right track. And we also have this incredible community of people where we're not judging and condemning other people, but instead we're a community of grace and forgiveness. And last but not least, we have these people that will meet over the years. As you grow older, you'll start to see that there's certain people in your church family that you really connect with, that you really feel like you have a friendship and a bond with. And as you have that, you'll begin to notice, and I hope that you get to experience this the way that I have, that you can speak into each other's lives and challenge each other and encourage each other to grow and to claim everything that God calls us to. That's the idea of these three incredible blessings of being a part of the church. Kids, I hope they encourage you as much as they've encouraged me. That's all I've got. I'm gonna go ahead and head back over to my office and see if those teachers are done yapping. All right, kids, that is all we have for today. I hope that you enjoyed the worship and the message, and I do hope that you go to the Rancho Kids Zone page and check out what else we've got going on there. Tell your friends about it. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to subscribe, and just go ahead and explore because we're gonna keep filling it up with more and more new content. So kids, that's it for today. We'll talk to you soon. Peace out.